Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. So it's official, no more Gungan challenges for the foreseeable future. We had a data mine obviously with the game update yesterday, and for the next 2 weeks no Gungans. So just as we expected, as soon as Jar Jar event hit, they stopped with Gungan challenges. Good news, bad news, I don't know. Anyways, let's get into today's challenge. And oh boy, if you don't have Galactic Legends to use, it's gonna be quite challenging today. Just combination of the modifiers and the feats we need to achieve. Anyway, more about it later once we get into it. As always, there'll be YouTube chapters below if you want to skip through to any particular battle. I've done quite a few battles today, either using Galactic Legends or without Galactic Legends for all the feat. But yeah, spoiler alert, without Galactic Legends some of the feats will be very challenging. Anyway, let's go ahead and review the modifier, the Dune Sandstorm. Now this modifier is, I guess, a part of the problem because we keep getting every other turn, everybody get damage over time on everybody, so enemy and our guys. But they've got Traya, so whenever they take a turn, they just cleanse of those damage over times, so it's not really a problem for them. And on top of it all, also it jacks up Traya's, I think, protection up, offense, it's jacking up Marauder's unique, so it's actually, this modifier is actually boosting the enemy, and it's not even hurting them. And you know, once you take Traya down, because she's the biggest threat, then you want to stall the battle to actually get the feats done, but then you can't because they're not cleansing themselves anymore and then quickly die from damage over times. It's definitely a little bit annoying combination of enemy modifiers and as well as the feats. And then the modifier for Scoundrels, so this is the good modifier. However, it's not really helping us, it's actually hurting us, because guess what, we get 50% counter chance. And what happens when we counter attack? We versus trail lead, we get some damage dealt to us, so you don't want to be counter attacking. We get extra health. Well, we don't want extra health because we got damage over times, right? So we're receiving more damage, so really it's more hurting us today than helping. But anyway, and then yeah, the Sith modifier, Grim Machinations, most annoyingly, they will be gaining bonus turn meter whenever we defeat somebody. They'll be gaining extra health and stuff, yeah. And offense also, hey, it's gonna be a crazy one today, guys, I'm telling you. So you have to win with a full team of Scoundrel units, so this is probably the more straightforward feat. We're just gonna need some sort of bounty hunter team or best Commando. I'll show you both. And yeah, crush them and fleet-footed, yay, probably our two favorite feats to complete. It also doesn't help that like Traya's special when she throws sabers can't be evaded, right? And then also Science special and AoE can't be evaded. So that doesn't help as well trying to get evasion feat done, where some of the attacks you can't evade at all. Okay, so let's do the Scoundrel feat first. So bounty hunters is one way to do it. Unfortunately, their Jabba is not a Scoundrel, so you can't just use Jabba. There's a case, I guess, for using Bosk lead, just because whenever damage over times are applied on the enemies, right, we're recovering some health and protection. But just I think Dengar is easier and quicker contract, I think, because with Bosk you have to target Talon because she's the weakest and she's in stealth. So, but I've seen people doing it both with Bosk or Dengar lead. I just opted here for Dengar. Unfortunately, Sith Empire Trooper is not the tankiest, he's actually Traya. So we'll do a dispel first, and then we can now go ahead and do mass assist on Traya, which for some reason triggers already the contract. I'm not gonna complain. Barely a tickle on Traya. Barely a tickle. Anyway, Mando gets a turn. You just want to get Traya out of here. It's not over yet though. These guys, especially Marauder, they do pack a punch. Let's see if we can push back some turn meter. We really need Grief in here to come in with the clans. There we go. So yeah, Grief and Mando really will be doing all the heavy lifting today for bounty hunters, whichever lead you choose. You know, for the bounty hunters, definitely these two guys will be doing the heavy lifting. I guess maybe like also you could throw in Beskar Mando if you have him, just to help a little bit with survivability, but I just did it with pure bounty hunters squad in case you don't have Beskar Mando up and running, just to show you there. Then the next target should be Marauder. Again, he can do a lot of damage because of all these debuffs on the field. And then the rest, you know, it's not a difficult, you just kind of work around them, start annihilating, well, disintegrating whenever you can, and then they fall down very quickly. Sign's a bit of a pain with Held by Hatred. He gets a revive, but luckily there is no coming back from Mando's disintegration. Boom, there we go. So yeah, not too difficult. It's a bit of a messy battle, but you know, we should be okay as long as you got Grief and Mando in there. Then I did as well like Beskar Mando lineup with Cat. And then the idea was IG-11 as well as Hondo and Embo. They've got some foresight built in their abilities, so hopefully I was trying to stall the battle, see if I can get evasion with these guys done. But the main issue is that Traya will isolate whoever is the tankiest, so she will just isolate IG-11, then he can't spread foresight onto the team. So I don't know, maybe instead of Embo, well, Embo is good for the dispel on the taunts actually, so maybe, I don't know. You could bring in, instead of Hondo, maybe L3 for the pre-taunt or something. I don't know. It's a some sort of, if you do want to get foresight, I think there is potential, but I had to play around with different Scoundrel lineups. I wasn't able to get evasion feat done at all, so I decided to move on. But I can easily get done the Scoundrel feat. Good thing is, with Mando's Whistling Birds there, you can target stealth units, so I can just get Talon out of here, so you know, we don't worry about her nonsense anymore. And was really good because he can dispel all these taunts. There we go. I'm supposed to be dodging, not you guys. Let's go ahead, heal up the team a little bit, do a dispel. As I see, Beskar Mando is very good with his dispels. Definitely, if your bounty hunters are struggling to keep them alive, you could throw in Beskar Mando in there just to help out a little bit. I guess you could do Fennec lead as well because of all this damage over times. You could get contract fast as well. I don't know. So maybe just use your Lord Vader counter for this one. So that could actually work nicely as well. I'm like, there's no way around Science Taunt now. We get pain everybody. Just, I really wanted to annihilate Traya, but just I had enough of Cyan and him being annoying. Although if I would have waited for a turn, I could have cleansed off pain and then actually insta-killed Traya, but still it didn't matter. Still was, these guys, they have quite a lot of survivability thanks to Beskar Mando, so eventually we just kind of got them down. There we go. Let's go ahead and put, was it Captive over on Traya just to slow her down a little bit while we go to another Whistling Birds, which is gonna keep going after Marauder because he can do some big damage as well. Let's go ahead, dispel the taunt there. Let's go ahead and I don't know, I guess call Embo. There we go. Oh, he died for damage over time. So, okay, that was not a smart move. There we go. We nuked out Marauder there with our Beskar Mando, and now we just have to take care of these two guys, which shouldn't be too difficult. Again, I'm trying to keep Traya alive because as long as she's alive, her allies will as well be cleansing of damage over time. So I was trying to stall here to get, you know, the evasion with these guys, but unfortunately with IG constantly being isolated, there was just not enough foresight going around. Pew 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 pew, Whistling Birds, landing healing immunity, force leap, big damage, Hondo finishing the deal. So yeah, Scoundrels, Bounty Hunters, Beskar Mando. I mean, you know, there is lots of variety with Scoundrels. Maybe if you do slightly different lineup, you could maybe also do the evasion with Scoundrels. I don't know, I wasn't able to though. And yeah, so this is, I guess, the easy part of today's challenge is the Scoundrel feat. So let's do the Crush the One. So we'll be using the Watt trick, as you probably know. And then we need Darth Vader's lead, so the damage over times don't expire. So that when Traya cleanses them off from her unique, they get reapplied. I'm gonna put a weapon tech over on Nihilus, so he's getting a turn meter. I'm gonna do a Force Crush, and then let's go ahead and increase cooldowns on everybody. All right. And now with Watt, I'm not gonna dish out any tech because I don't want him to assist, because then he'll be killing himself because of Traya's lead. Whenever Watt now gets a turn, he's just cleansing of debuffs from himself just to try and kill. Obviously, we need him alive to do his special so we can defeat 3 enemies in the same turn. Here we go. Isolation over on Sith and Paratrooper so he doesn't taunt. Unfortunately, Traya isolated Malak there. She's going always for the healthiest ally. Something to bear in mind. Let's go ahead, clean off Watt. Annihilate, ready to go. Boom, get Trey out of here. So now they will not be able to, you know, do so much anymore without Traya. So now it's just a case of slowly working them down. So now we'll go into my first Merciless. I didn't want to use it while Traya was alive, so we don't give them too many debuffs and things like that. So let's go ahead, keep spreading those damage over times. Okay, get it over on Cyan. Oof. Let's go ahead, increase cooldown, just so Cyan doesn't, you know, use his AoE or something. Okay, we hanging in there. What I want to do here, sure, give me a shock on Cyan. Let's go ahead and again clean up a little bit our Watt so he stays alive because we need him. Okay, there we go. What I could have done here probably is drain Sith Empire Trooper, but I was just worried I would do too much damage and he would die from damage over times. I don't know. So just had it to do a special, to a basic over there. Just keep working down Sith Empire Trooper. Alright, this is it. So we got a lot of the dots already on these guys. So let Watt do his thing, use his special. Come on, Marauder. Seriously, dude, he couldn't have died as well. Alright, well, we got 3 down, almost 4. So now we just have to work down Marauder, which a drain for Malak will finish him. So that's how I was able to do crush them. Again, not the easiest thing to do. I needed like 4 or 5 attempts to line them up, but you know, if you don't have Galactic Legends, one way to get it done. And speaking of a tough feat, this one is even more difficult. It depends, obviously, without Galactic Legends it's gonna be challenging, but I was able to get this work. This I think need like 8 or 9 attempts to line it up, so even more RNG based. Now why we go here with Thrawn lead? Well, do you think we get maneuverability for Thrawn, so he can quickly get back-to-back turns, so he can, you know, keep swapping turn meter, dispelling Yoda, keep fracturing, and then also whenever we are debuffed, we are getting turn meter. So Thrawn, because of the global modifier, will be getting turns very quickly, so you'll be able to keep these guys under control. And then of course we need Yoda for his battle meditation. I think you need Zeta on him for that to spread the foresight. There we go. I'm just going to basic. That's how we can also cheese a little bit the dodges whenever Sith Empire Trooper has got on him Retribution. You can just do a basic on Yoda and he will dodge. So there go, a couple of free dodges already, looks like. Obviously Nihilus there will increase cooldowns. Alright, there we go, another dodge there. Let's go ahead and drop an isolate over on Sith Empire Trooper. Then I'm going to go ahead and fracture Traya, and we'll just keep hitting her in the meantime. There we go. Sure, we'll just keep going. Okay, Thrawn got another turn already, so with Thrawn, let's go ahead and give turn now to Nihilus and just get Cyan out of here, because, you know, he'll be annoying with his AoEs and taunts and dispels and stuff. Because remember, we need to stall the battle, so we need to keep Traya alive so that we can stall long enough to get 10 evasions done. So that's why I didn't go for Traya first, but I'll just keep her fractured basically permanently, keep wrecking her cooldown. So if she does get a turn, only thing she can do is use her base. Here we go, couple of dodges there thanks to Yoda spreading foresight. Now we have to, obviously Yoda's not as safe, so Traya will not cleanse debuffs, so from here on out we just have to constantly keep cleansing him with Thrawn whenever Thrawn gets a turn. Alright, there we go. Thrawn, another fracture already. Said Thrawn loves all these debuffs, so much bonus turn meter for him. There we go, another dodge there. Let's go ahead, swap with Yoda. We'll just keep going. Let's go ahead, keep cleansing with Thrawn whenever you can. And we'll just keep going after Murder. Let's just go ahead and again drop a fracture on Traya. Okay, so far we are hanging in there. There we go, let's go ahead and spread some more foresight, and next target will be Sith Marauder, I guess. I don't know. I thought I'm gonna insta-kill him, but I guess I wasn't sure did I had enough already or not dodges. So I'm just kind of stalling. Again, without feed tracker, like it's anyone's guess, right? How long you've done it. Let's go ahead and just, yeah, fracture, isolate Traya, just to totally obviously take her out of the battle. And we're just gonna keep kind of here basicing. Alright, there we go. Decided finally to take Marauder down. Just stall a little bit. Let's go ahead and give Yoda a turn, spread some foresight. There we go. Now Sith Empire Trooper, he's got Retribution, so whenever we hit him, he hits us back. Maybe that wasn't a smart move, getting Yoda in stealth, I don't know, because then no counterattacks, but I just wanted to keep him hidden so he doesn't get sniped. But at this point we are good to go. Like, we got Cyan down, we got Marauder down, so two biggest threat here, and between fractures and isolations, cooldown increases, we can basically keep Traya under control. So here I'm just kind of taking my time again without feed tracker. Maybe I've got 10 evasions already at this point. I have absolutely no idea. So I'm just kind of doing basics, just trying to stall the battle as long as I can, keep swapping Terminator between Thrawn and Yoda. At this point, like, I'm not looking too good. I lost Traya, so I decided to annihilate their Traya, and then here I'm just kind of still trying to stall as long as I can. However, this damage over time, as we Traya down, they pile up very quickly on the enemy, so they just go down as soon as they take a turn. I did my best, stalling, and I was able to get evasion with this squad as well. But again, it took me 8 or 9 attempts to line it up, just because when Mala gets isolated in the beginning, it's kind of, you know, you don't have any tanks or anything, so things can go south. But it is possible without use of Galactic Legends, but you're gonna have to work really hard for this one. Alright, so a couple of easy ways, I guess, to get evasion will be with Darth Maul lead. If you do have Zayt on Darth Maul lead and Bane, with Darth Maul lead, we do get 20% evasion. So, you know, eventually you'll dodge enough. So first things first, I just wanted to get Talon out, just to get her down, so we get rid of her unique and everything, so we don't have to burn like through Traya twice and stuff like that. So decided to kind of keep going after her, but she's constantly kind of hiding in stealth, so it took a couple of turns to get her down. Now they wrecked my cooldowns, but luckily, you know, Bane, he can tank this. He does need his Omicrons to wreck this squad. There we go, Talon's out in the open. Let's go ahead, boom, increase cooldowns. There we go. So now with Talon out, all what you do is target Traya and hit auto and just wait a couple of minutes and let Bane do what Bane does, which is ramp up, and then eventually, you know, these guys will go down. But they're very durable, very tanky, as you can see, but they simply don't have enough damage to, you know, get through Bane at all. And it's good that it takes a while, so then it gives you a chance to evade 10 times. Like, if this would be over in a minute, I don't think you would be able to get evasion done with this squad. So I got, this is how I got as well evasion in my main account with these guys, so basically on auto if you do have them. And then another option that will get evasion as well as crush them down, because obviously the Darth Vader Watt trick was a bit tough, as you can see. So with Rey, then you need both Yodas for the foresight, and, you know, basically any other 2 units. I just thought maybe bring in double tank or something, just so that my Rey doesn't get isolated, so then Hermit Yoda can keep healing her up, so she can keep using lifeblood, because the name of the game is stall, and stall really hard, because again we need 10 evasions, right? And again, without feed tracker, you know, you have no idea how you're doing. Again, just wait for Cyan to use his AoE before you start using both Yodas to spread foresight, because otherwise he'll just you know, remove the foresight, his AoE can't be evaded, and then, you know, you will lose the foresight. There you go, got 4 dodges there already, 5 dodges. So actually the dodging bit here could be done probably in a minute or 2, is not really that difficult. Is really the why you want to stall for about 5 minutes, so that Rey's mastery ramps up so much, because remember with Rey, whenever we are inspired, we are increasing our mastery. And on the enemy side, Marauder, I think he's constantly gaining bonus turn meter whenever we gain buffs. So he's constantly getting bonus turn meter, constantly jacking up mastery on our guys, which eventually ramps up Rey's offense so high that, you know, her then ultimate can wreck 3 enemies in the same turn. I did put a whirlwind, first whirlwind went onto Cyan, as you've seen, just because, so he doesn't revive later on. But anyway, about after 5 minutes of stalling, keeping everybody alive, I just decided here to get into ultimate, hit auto, and that then defeated everybody except Traya. Spoiler alert, they go down, defeating 3 enemies in the same turn. Again, you do want to first whirlwind, get Cyan out, because otherwise he can revive with Held by Hatred and can be tough to take down in the end. Okay, so there you go, guys. That this team would complete the evasion as well as crush them. So hopefully between, you know, these 3 different teams, there's something there that you can work with. Now, obviously, if you do have Jedi Master Kenobi, he could be a good option, or Jedi Master Luke with the Jedi, lots of foresight. Then for crush them, obviously, Supreme in the Color Run could be a good option as well, because he ramps up. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you on Monday's challenge. Hopefully it's going to be a bit more easy and straightforward today. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.